Hey, Derek Armson here, and welcome to the Monday Musings. It's Monday, the 27th of April, episode 14. How did that happen? It's 11:20 in the morning here in the UK. We've had some absolutely amazing weather, although today it's cloudy, and I'm grateful for that because I've been doing my back garden marathon. And today's the penultimate day. And what I did is I started on the 17th of April. I did 150 lengths of my back garden, which is 12 yards long. And I had to run up and down my back garden, my backyard, 3,846 times. And what I did, 150 on the 17th, which looking back at it now was absolutely piece of piss, so easy. But today it's 600 times, which is near as damn it 5 miles. So I'm going to be doing that at 2 p.m. UK time. It's going to be really hard work. Since I went over 450 lengths of the garden, it's been really tough. And the reason for that is it's really not enough recovery time from the previous days before you're doing the next one. And yesterday was 550 and I hit a real bad patch between 330 and 340. And I really was worried I wasn't going to make it. Thankfully I pushed through it. I don't know whether this was the wall they talk about when you do these things. Anyway, it was really hard work, but I got it done yesterday. So we've got the penultimate day today, 600 lengths of the garden, which is like nearly 5 miles. And I can't remember the last time I ran 5 miles, probably back in the day when I was playing football for Lightwater United at quite a high level, soccer that is, when I was back in my late 20s, early 30s. So it's going to be a challenge, but we need to rise to these challenges and, like, you know, how to eat an elephant, one bite at a time, one length of the garden at a time. So we will do it. And then tomorrow I've got a nice celebratory easy day of 146 with hopefully a nice cold beer at the end of it, which I think I've earned. Anyway, what's been happening? Well, it's interesting to note that Spain is starting to open up after the COVID virus. And it was about now I was supposed to be moving over to Spain to live full time. Clearly that's not happening at the moment. I'm still here in the UK. But we're hoping we can get a couple of weeks over in Spain, and because there's stuff that needs doing in the apartment. It's been just sat there empty since the first week of January. So there's stuff I need to do over there. But you know, that's by the by. In terms of the virus itself, it's lost me a little bit of business, but really only on the chatbot side of things. And to supplement that, after I did the One Funnel Away challenge and I really got deeply into funnel building, I've now started to onboard a couple of funnel clients. So I'm actually building their funnels for them. Now I'm doing this as a couple of tests for 2 clients, on the understanding that they buy ClickFunnels through my link, so I get the commission on ClickFunnels every month. Great business model, particularly if you've got a technical bent, if you're pretty good at these things. Just build the funnels, and in return for them clicking the ClickFunnels links, and so you get an affiliate commission every month. And it's a really good business model. And if you get 10 of those people and they buy at the high level of ClickFunnels, that's $1,500 a month just for building 10 funnels. And I reckon that's a really good business model. So if these 2 tests go well, it's something I'm going to be expanding, because it's a recurring income. Point one, it's month in, month out. So once you've done the work, it stays done, and you know, you may have a little tweak here and there. And I think also with that business model, once you've proven that the business model works, then you can charge for your time up front. And I you know, looking at what other people are charging for building sales funnels of this ilk and the functionality that something like ClickFunnels offers you. You know, I would suggest if you're building a 6 or 7 stage funnel, you could easily charge $5,000 for that. But that's for another time. Once I've proven this model with my first 2 clients, then I'm going to start charging for the time up front and the ongoing income. And the reason for that is a number of fold. I'll come back to that at the end. The SEO course is finished. SEO Academy is now finished. It's all done, all the videos are recorded. I'm building out the funnel for it and the members area, and I hope to be able to offer beta test memberships at the end of this week, if not the end of this week, very early next week. And it's interesting because the last module I looked at, I recorded, was keyword research. And I didn't realise how much keyword research had changed in the last 5 years, 4 years, 4 and a bit years. It was September 2015 that I put Keyword Cache Loophole out to the market, and the premise of that product was using specific keyword research techniques to get into niches that the big affiliate players were in, and eating up and gobbling up all the main frontline keywords so that they weren't available. Finding little loopholes to go in through other keywords, other areas in the niche, so that you could build websites that would get ranked very quickly, attract the same hordes of hungry buyers. But I spent 3 days last week just working on keyword research, and that's a lot of time to not get much results. But what I found was that no matter how deep you dig into niches these days, the authority sites are there, and this comes back to something I talked about the other week in Rankbrian and the Medic Update. The Medic Update giving authority to people who have authority, like proper MDs. So only doctors will get ranked for issues on medical. Only proper bona fide financial advisors will get ranked for matters of finance. And no matter how deep I dug into the niches, I was coming up against authority sites all around, and that means that keyword research as a technique is now very limited in its uses, which I was really disappointed and surprised with, because there used to be ways you could sort of circumnavigate the system, and I don't think that's there anymore. And I think it boils back down to this: if you're gonna do affiliate marketing and use SEO as your vehicle, you do have to provide really good content. Cover your subject matter. It might be a review. Do it in real depth. Make sure you cover it properly. Make sure you use all your latent semantic keywords, so variations of the keywords, and use all the variations you can. Now, yes, use your brain to find those variations, but actually digging into niches now and trying to, for example, get into the blood pressure niche through using, say, ramipril side effects. Ramipril is a blood pressure medication. Or using its clinical name, which is Altase, and this is something I researched back in 2015, so that's how I know about it. But you used to be able to say, get into the blood pressure market by writing articles about ramipril side effects, and you can't do that now, because if you talk about ramipril side effects or Altase side effects, all you get is WebMD, the National Health Service, all what the Medic Update was supposed to do has been done, and only authority sites that have experts in that area are returned in the search results. So it's a different landscape these days. So the emphasis is very much on providing good content that is absolutely usable and consumable and is media rich, so it does retain the attention, because the attention span of people is down to a matter of seconds these days, so you have to catch them. And the algorithm is very much aimed at people who consume content. So if someone, because Rankbrain, because it's artificial intelligence, it can actually track the user through your site these days. So Google will want to see someone come to your site, read your article, engage your article, then navigate around your site to show that they're engaged. So you have to provide, if you want to get the rankings, because that's one of the major ranking factors these days, then you have to provide the great content. Outside of that, it's interesting, I read a piece on Facebook that said the same thing about the Facebook algorithm, that if you just go through and like, Facebook is just going to think you're a serial liker, you're not really engaging with the content. It wants to see you engaging with content. So if you want to get your stuff showing up on somebody else's wall, then you need to engage with their content. Show you've read it, scroll down, read it, and then like it. Don't just like it, but comment and perhaps give it a heart or give it a laugh or whatever. Show you've truly engaged with it. And Facebook will then, their algorithm, which is getting quite clever these days, will then reciprocate and show your stuff on their timeline. And it's interesting because I've been engaging in some groups this week, online marketing groups, engaging, offering help, offering advice and commenting. And I've also got back onto Quora. I put an article up about Quora on my website last week. So if you want to go and see that, DerekArmson.com. And I showed you how I use Quora and what it's doing for me. And last week, I'd had no ads running last week at all, and I got 12 people sign up to my list last week through Quora and using Facebook groups. And I just think that, you know, it's a really good way to generate customers and prospects for your business. I think I mentioned to you last week I got a $300 commission on a high ticket item without having any ads out there. So it's a good way to go. So engage in the groups, engage on Facebook, and get on Quora and start using your expertise to answer some questions. That's it for this week. I hope you found that useful. I'm so looking forward to going and running up and down my garden 600 times. If you incidentally, if you go to derekarmson.net, there is an article there about my marathon in my back garden. It's called the Dells 2612 Challenge, and if you do feel disposed to give, it's for NHS Charities Together in the UK. So obviously for my American watchers, I don't expect you to contribute to that, but for UK guys, if you do feel disposed to give, that would be absolutely fantastic. And you can follow that on my personal Facebook. There's a Facebook Live and a post run video, which basically consists of me bent double, hardly being able to breathe, and discussing what it felt like to run up and down my garden so many times. But it's all good fun. It's all in a good cause, and I wish you health and safety. Keep safe, and I will see you next week. And if you haven't got it, the 10 biggest mistakes that people make when starting an online business, you get it, go.derekarmson.com/10 mistakes. For all the how-to stuff, product reviews, etc., derekarmson.com. See you next week. Bye for now.